Hello friends, my name is Ryan and it's time to check out a Mortician's Tale. I've been wanting to play this game for quite a while since it actually came out a long time ago, and I finally have it. So, thought I'd give it a try. Start new game. But yeah, you're a Mortician, but it's, I think, more than that. Maybe. September 14th, 10:15 a.m. It's sort of visual novel game. I don't know what it is, okay? It looks cute. Kind of depressing. Hello and welcome to our new funeral director, from Matthew, Jeffrey, to Charlie. Welcome, Charlie. Nice to meet you. My name is Matthew. I'm mainly going to be the man who delivers the bodies to you and helps with some of the more heavy lifting. If you hear that joke about a hearse driver, I'll tell it to you when I come by in a bit. Looking forward to working together. I think you'll enjoy working here. Amy is a sweetheart, but she runs a tight ship. Nothing you can't handle, I'm sure. She wouldn't have hired you otherwise. Cheers and good luck, Matthew J., Funeral Director, Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Hello and welcome to our new Funeral Director. From Amy Rose. Hello everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our new Funeral Director, Charlotte, or Charlie as she told me she likes to be referred to. LOL. Oh, why did I think it said LOL? Charlie is a recent graduate who came highly recommended and is eager to begin her career with us here at Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. Please take the time to make Charlie feel at home with her little family. We have a nice catered lunch this afternoon so we can all get to know each other a little better as well. Sincerely, Amy Rose. That's neat. It's a lot of instructions. Okay. Well, you're new here, so it's probably best I explain what everything is. In your office preparation room, you'll find your cremation station. Cremation station. Cremator station, words, embalming station. Obviously, since you're reading this email, your desk and computer area. We have experience working with these stations, but please let me know if you have any questions. I have no experience. Good luck, you beautiful and smart babe. From Jen Love to Charlie. I guess my subject lines to you should start being more professional now. Now that we're business professionals, I can't wait to get your reply so I can see your fancy new email signature. Love they're able to land this gig straight after graduating. It sounds super cool. They didn't know mom and pop funeral homes were a thing until now, but I guess it's not something I really think about much. I should look more into this, learn more about your world and industry, because, as I said, you are now a very serious professional. Speaking of being professional, a museum gig is amazing. I can't believe somebody paid me to move to London and not London, Ontario, serial killer capital of Canada, to work in a museum. Like, take that, everyone who said I couldn't get a job with a art history degree. I'll tell you more about it when we Skype. My stories require you to see my face and that you hear my excellent British accent impersonation. Also, I signed you up as a funeral monthly newsletter. Consider it your graduation gift. Love you, super proud of you gift. Nice. Alright, today's task. That's what I need. Hello, Charlie. Hope you're settled in okay so far. Matthew should have dropped off your first body for you to work on. He said you were really friendly, and he's glad to have someone young and lively to work with. You'll get used to his sense of humor. Your first body is Miss Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. Oh no, that's sad. I think this whole game is going to be sad, don't it, actually? Family has asked for a closed casket funeral, so no embalming or body preparation is necessary. The family seems a little bit more united than previous families we've dealt with. Strange how grief affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things a bit easier, if that's possible. That being said, although you will not be embalming Miss Garcia, I do think it's important to take the time to clean the body. No one is going to see her body, but I like to encourage my funeral directors to do this out of respect for the deceased and their loved ones. You'll find Miss Garcia in the prep room. Talk soon, Amy. What's this? To Mia Garcia. Oh, the family. Dear Mia, of course, we'll be happy to oblige your request for no embalming and for a closed casket to ensure your funeral director receives your request. We're happy to be Rose and Daughters from Mother's Funeral. We understand that there are usually procedures that must be followed in these situations, but if you would kindly not embalm my mother, that would greatly be appreciated. We'll proceed with a closed casket for the service. I just know she wouldn't have wanted her death to make any negative impact on the environment, and since she fought so hard to beat her heart disease and to live healthily, it would be a shame to have her final moments be counter to the way she lived. Thank you. Anything you can do to help us with the manner. Okay. So no embalming and closed casket. Do I have to reply? Oh, okay. That took me out of it. That's fine. So what's this station? This the body? Do I have to clean her first? It's very quiet. This is a prep room where you prepare bodies for burials and viewings. This looks depressing already. Because the family requested a closed casket ceremony with no embalming, you're just going to clean the body. Click on the sponge and drag it over to the body to clean it. Trokar? Tokar? Sponge. I gotta click it. Why is she so dirty? At least she's modest. That's it, you're done. Miss Garcia will be sent to Mike, who will take care of dressing and putting the casket. It's time to go to Miss Garcia's funeral. You're responsible for taking care of the deceased body, but it's also important to pay respects to the loved ones. Follow the elderly. Head to the funeral parlor. Oh, that's sad. So, yeah, I didn't have to do much for her. So, since she's not embalmed, will she biodegrade? Is that it? She would have hated these paintings. She was so particular. Yeah, at least she doesn't have to see them, I guess. I guess. That's depressing. I hate wearing pantyhose. My legs are so itchy, but it's always so cold in these funeral homes. I think I'm actually miss those sweaters she used to knit for me now. I bet you will. Mom, I'm hungry. Where can we go? Oh, when can we go? Yeah, the family especially said no embalming. I thought it was mandatory, like required by law, but I guess not. Embalming weirds me out. Do those chemicals leach into the ground? Seems strange to be using a chemical that is known to cause cancer and putting it into the ground like that. Or into the sewer. That's why they must do with the leftover formaldehyde, right? Just pour it down the drain? At least embalming guarantees you won't be buried alive. Ugh. Stop it. Don't make me laugh right now. I don't think that's a laughing matter. Usually don't small talk a lot of these things. At least that's what I was always taught. Paid her respects. That was nice of her. We're leaving now. October 11th, 10:09 a.m. I think it's a pretty short game. Oh, I guess I should have read my other note. The monthly funeral home one. Alright. I'm so frustrated, Jennifer. Valentine to Charlie. Okay, so let me explain this a bit more in detail. Colleague and I were discussing the tight lacer's liver specimen we have here at the museum. It's from a woman who died in 1907, and the liver is tapered inwards from what the doctor leading the autopsy believed was too tight lacing of her corset. Ooh, poor her. It's fascinating because it's kind of controversial topic. Tight lacing was super popular, and while people associate with fainting and hysteria, it's actually been associated with viscerptosis, which is when the organs fall to the lower part of the abdomen. Ew. Right? Which is super unsettling, but can also be caused by being pregnant. So, corsets probably messed up some bones, but likely didn't do this kind of internal organ damage. And I'm tired of a condescension about my wardrobe that also implies I don't know what I'm doing. These are kind of things that's especially researched, and yet I'm treated like I know nothing about. I'm having a day, Charlie. I bet you are. Sincerely, thank you. Okay. Let's see what they said. From Mia Garcia. Hi, Amy. Please pass along our deepest thanks to you and your staff for the wonderful job they did with our mother's funeral. It was really lovely. Our family so rarely gets together. It was nice seeing everyone come out for such a beautiful service. My son never gets to see his family. Also, it was incredibly kind of you to let us bring our own food in. Getting to share the home-cooked meals, sharing stories, being there together, it meant a lot. So what I'm saying, it was nice for everyone to be there like that, together in that way, and I know how much it was due to the work of your staff, especially your funeral director. Thank you for making this difficult time easier for all of us. Best, Mia. Oh, that's sweet. Alright. Just passing this message along. Thanks for hard work, Charlie. Oh, nice. What's this? Oh gosh, Matthew. Story about death. Hi there, Charlie. I was driving around the other day, taking our clients on their last trip around town. Oh gosh, Charlie. And I was thinking, strange, I know. Thinking. Did I ever tell you the first time I went to a funeral? I was a teenager, about to start university. And a friend of mine was killed in a car accident, totally out of the blue. Really tragic stuff. Messed me and my friends up real good, but so, the big day. We all got into our best suits and dresses and packed ourselves in a few cars. There were a lot of us. We had at least 3 different cars full of us, like clown cars, While we were in the procession going to the cemetery, somebody in the car got a phone call from a friend in a different car. Turns out some a-hole driver who doesn't know to not get in the way of procession drove the intersection, smashed straight into our friend's car. Oh no! Nobody was hurt. Thank God, but can you imagine getting that call? Anyways, one of our friends in the same car as me, the one who got the phone call, hung up and started laughing, just laughing their way off in that way that makes you not sure if they're really just crying or if they're gone fully off the deep end. She laughed, and then we all started giggling because, to go figure, life is messed up sometimes, There's no point to that story, I guess. I just remember that story and want to tell you. Because we work with death all the time, and I still sometimes get caught off guard by what that actually means. Oh, before you get ideas, that has nothing to do with why I became a funeral director. The decision was totally later, and is nothing unremarkable. Somebody has to do it, and I have a strong stomach, so why not? See you in a bit, Charlie. Yeah, okay. What to wear when you're attending a funeral from a different culture? Oh, interesting. Wow, I missed the last one. Oh well. We all know everyone wants to be respectful at funerals. Don't talk too loudly. Be kind, smile, and refrain from making inappropriate jokes. At least around the grieving family. Hey, sometimes people do need a little bit of a pick-me-up during those hard times. Who are we to judge? That's a big part of that, knowing what to wear. Roman Catholic funerals tend to lean more on the formal, black attire role. It works for us. Did you know this goes back to the days of the Roman Empire where people would wear black? A symbol of mourning. Black isn't universally the symbol of mourning, though, and if you're attending a funeral that is a culture that is not your own, it's important to understand this. Some colors have different meanings, and despite your best intentions, the wrong choice could mean accidental events. For example, in Hinduism and in Chinese cultures, white is a typical color for funerals. For Islam, though, it is less about the color you're wearing, more about how modestly you're dressed. Refrain from wearing elaborate jewelry and be respectful of your behavior. For Sikh funerals, color of the clothing isn't important, as is dressing modestly and being able to appropriately sit cross-legged. Actually, being respectful is just the #1 rule for any funeral. Seriously. No matter what, really, remember that, and please don't hesitate to ask what isn't appropriate to wear. If you're attending a supportive friend, family member, or a partner, this day is not about you, so be sure to do whatever you can to be as respectful and supportive as possible. Even if that means not wearing what you're used to wearing at a funeral, or even if it just means asking how you appropriately show your respects. Okay. Next job from Amy. Hey, Charlie. Here are the instructions for your next body. You did a remarkable job on the first one. The family is very happy with you. No small feat, of course. Isn't your family exactly the most comfortable jobs? The next job was a man named Mr. Duvall. An elderly man died of old age. Nothing fancy, just a standard funeral of embalming. You can reach out to his daughter, Lizzie Duvall, if you have any questions. She's telling her father is passing as well as can be expected. As always, don't hesitate to ask me questions. Yes, Charlie dear, please remember to wear the proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. I know I don't need to tell you, but my maternal instincts are hard to ignore. I promise I won't bother you too much. Well, just a little. Ask Matthew, he knows. Embalming gear. I'll get right on it. Looks like I'm dressed to impress already. Oh, this is really depressing. Traditional burials typically require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Unless the family requests otherwise, most traditional burials will use embalming. Let's start by cleaning the body. Get the sponge. Clean all the yuck off. This is so depressing. I could never actually run a funeral home, sorry. Click on the razor and drag it to the body. Shave it. Oh, I gotta shave him. Oh. Is that all hair? Oh, it is hair. That's interesting. You didn't have to shave the lady, but you gotta shave the guy. No, I could not do that. In order to break rigor mortis, you have to massage the body. Click and drag over the body, massage it. Oh. You have to follow the dots. No, I could not do this at all. I could not. Eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag an eye cap into each eye socket to give it What? What do I do? Click and drag an eye cap. What am I doing? Eye cap. Oh. Oh. Huh. To keep the eyes shut, you need to glue them. Oh, click and drag the glue into each shot. Oh no. That's horrible. The mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag cotton ball in the mouth to give it shape. Oh. Keep the mouth from opening up, you need to suture it shut. Click and drag the needle and thread over the jaw. Oh no. I know like that. Click and drag the lotion in the body to moisturize it. Prevents the skin from drying out. Didn't expect this kind of game today, did ya? I didn't either, actually. Embalming involves removing blood and replacing it with preserving chemicals. Oh, click and drag the scalp over the neck to make an incision. They have everything in order. You're going to need a tube for draining the blood. Click on the tube and drag it to the neck installation. Click on the canal and drag it onto the carotid artery. This is how you'll get the preserving chemicals into the bloodstream. Now you connect the embalming machine to the canal. Grab some additional tubing. Drag it. Click on the... So what's this other tube for? Click the button on the embalming machine to turn it on. Yay. Oh. One of evenly distributed chemicals, you have to massage them throughout the body. Click and drag the body to massage it. Oh yay. Just what I wanted to do. Ugh. Oh. It's too much. Really? I'm never good with death. I never know what to say to people when something like that happens. I'm like, it's hard on me. I definitely could not do this job. At all. But yeah, I'd always heard about this game, but I never had it. Always wanted to try it out, but okay. It's really depressing. Someone knew a lot about funerals, though. Wonder if they used to be a funeral director themselves. 'Cause I knew none of this. How much do I have to do for? Alright, great. Now we solve the incision. Drag the needle. Almost done. You need to drain the organs of any remaining fluids. Click on the trocar, then click and hold the abdomen until all the liquid has been drained. And you're done. Mike will take care of Duval's makeup, as well as dressing and putting him in the casket. Time to finish his funeral. Oh no. Okay. We'll say hi. Came out of nowhere. I mean, it's always sort of does, doesn't it? Yeah, 1 minute you're laughing, having fun, and then the next, poof, that person is gone, just like gone. Yeah, it's weird to think about for too long. Like staring at the sun. Starts to feel all fuzzy when I think about it. It's so weird. How our bodies just stop working like that. Yeah. It's so strange not seeing most people wearing white. White? Yeah, I think it's different for different family members. I can't remember. I haven't gone to many traditional funerals, so mostly white, but like definitely not red, no matter what. Who's in red? They're all black here. He always wanted to take his grandkids to the park, play catch. He loved playing catch. He threw a mean curveball, that's for sure. Aw. Humming to himself. December 2nd was like when I was 4. Like 2 months past. Well, that's a new machine she's prepping. Oh no. What, is that cremation? Oh no. Okay, let's see what these say first. Lizzie Duval. Hi Amy, thank you for the wonderful evening you and your staff put together for my father's funeral. He wasn't always an easy man to get along with, but I'm glad to have seen him off such a kind way. Essence on lovely thank you note. Aww. From Jen. Charlie, I was doing some reading. I know you hate when I try to give you dating advice, but hear me out. This dating site is specifically for people working in the deaf industry. Okay, so maybe I'm a little worried for you. You haven't mentioned anybody new since the breakup of 2014 that we will never speak of again after this moment. But you're always saying how tired you get of people being scared to ask about your day. So maybe meeting somebody in the industry isn't the worst idea. Just promise me you'll consider it, okay? It's harder for me to make sure you're seeing sunlight when I'm all the way across the ocean. Know you look like a babe with pale skin and witchy coffee aesthetics are super hot right now, but vitamin D is still a good thing. Mom rant over. I'm going to try it out because it turns out people get super scared off. You tell them you work in a museum filled with dead bodies. Do you know how not interesting other people find teratomas? Charlie, I didn't know we were this weird to outside people. I've been spoiled by having a best friend who is much a weirdo as I am. Miss you. Let's grab a bottle of wine for our next Skype date. P.S. If you sign up for Dead Meat, isn't that the best name for a deaf industry dating website? Tinderbows apply. You have to like me if you come across my profile, whatever. I'm not sure how it works yet, though. Okay. Hey, Matthew's a shorter one, at least. Though it's like 2 of them. Let's see. Amy Rose. Hey, Matthew, this is embarrassing, but it seems I miscalculated some of our income and I'm able to pay you this week. Would it be convenient if I cut you a check for next week instead? If you need the money urgently, please let me know. I feel terrible about this whole thing, and I can cut you a check from my personal account if need be. I'm so sorry about this. Sure, it won't happen again. Ooh, they're kind of tight on money then. We'll only have a funeral a month. Yeah, I bet so. I don't like the look of this, not one bit. I know you've only been with us for a few months, but maybe you're aware of the trouble Amy has been having. A small mom and pop shop like Rose and Daughters can't compete with the bigger guys. Anyway, don't tell me I sent you this. Oh, he sent it to me. Also, I'm starving, so I'm gonna grab some fast food before taking the hearse to the car wash. 2 birds, 1 stone. Swinging back to the home. Do you want anything? A beef and cheddar? Gonna take the hearse through the drive-thru, of course. It freaks people out. I love it. They get so awkward. Let me know. Heading on 15 minutes. So he's not going to get paid that week. That sucks if he's used to getting paid. Funerals monthly. If you've been a long-time subscriber to our emails or follow us on social media, you've no doubt heard about the misgendering that transgender people are at times subjected to during their funerals. Oh. There have been notable situations where trans women have had their wishes overruled by their families and have had their hair cut, are buried under the wrong names, oh no, and subjected to the wrong pronouns in their obituary announcements. We care a lot about this because we believe in treating every person with the same level of compassion, respect, and care. This also extends to pronouns and respecting their deceased wishes as per their lived experiences. CDC's Funeral Director's Handbook on Death Registration and fetal death reporting offers the fraud directive. Enter male or female based on observation. Do not abbreviate or use other symbols. If sex cannot be determined after verification with medical records, inspection of the body, or the source is either enter unknown. Do not leave this item blank. Leaving it up to observation, obviously, enters in a world of issues, since bodies can be so different. And because of ingrained basis, people can draw incorrect assumptions based on their own inaccurate observations. California has passed what is known as the Respect After Death Act, which states that the death certificate must reflect the deceased's gender identity as they lived it. So a step in the right direction. Indeed. People who are trans deserve the same respect in death that people who are cisgender receive. Misgendering in death takes away this respect. It can also inflict hurt and trauma on spouses and friends that survive the deceased. So what can we do as funeral directors? Listen to the people who come into your office. In America, especially some marriages may not be recognized as legal depending on the laws around same-sex marriage, but it doesn't mean you're not dealing with two people who have loved each other in the same way as another couple. Listen, learn, and always be respectful. While you have to work with the next of kin, your duty is also to ensure the deceased receives the utmost respect in their burial. If a funeral is to honor the deceased, then do that. Honor them. Aww, I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, I was right. We are doing cremation. I'm scared. Hello, Charlie. Today's funeral is for a woman who died from breast cancer. No, that's horrible. Nothing fancy, just a standard cremation. Please don't hesitate to ask me if you have any questions. Bass Amy. No, that's so sad. I don't like that. That's horrible. Oh no. She has clothes on too. She's in a casket. Before you cremate Miss... Oh no. Miss Hall, we need to prepare her body. Mrs. Hall family brought clothing and jewelry for her to wear. It's important to remove these before the cremation process does not damage them. Let's start removing Mrs. Hall's necklace. I can drag the necklace and place it on a purple tray. Then place the necklace in the urn with Mrs. Hall's remains later. We need to be able to identify Mrs. Hall's remains after she's been cremated. Click and drag the round identification tag. Place in the coffin. Great, Mrs. Hall is also to be cremated. What about the... Okay. I hit the button? Is it? Oh, that's horrifying. Oh, an urn. Her urn. This is a cremator? Contrary to belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies to ash so much as bone fragments. Oh. Using the cremator will break these bone fragments down to ash-like remains. Let's start replacing the urn in the cremator. They can drag the bone fragments and drop them in the top. So that's her. Bone? No. Bones? Oh. Oh, the skull. Now the bones have been processed, click and drag the urn back to the counter. Make sure to put Mrs. Hall's necklace back into the urn. Click on the necklace to drag it to the urn. I did. Don't forget the tag. Now step lid. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present it alongside some flowers. That was depressing. Well, I gotta go to her funeral now. Lots of flowers. This is nice in a weird way. She likes that we're all here talking. She always tried to keep the family together. The food is delicious. I know that's weird, but these crab cakes are perfect. Okay. That she was cremated not in an open casket or something. Seeing her like that? I don't know if I could have. At least we got to say goodbye. She would have liked that. She really fought hard. Oh, that's sad. She was proud of herself. She never gave up, not once. Don't be depressing. She would have hated this music. She never wanted her funeral to be sad. She would have wanted us smiling. She said so. Too sad. February 14th, 10:14 a.m. Please be a happier one. I mean, there's no happy ones, but oh, I'm doing something with the desk now. My character. Uh-oh. News about the future of our place? What's going on? It is a very heavy heart that I write to let you know that Rose and Daughters will no longer be in business. What? No! I had no idea how to start this email. Resources I Googled told me it'd be best and easiest way to break the ice, but to be direct but remorseful, Google said. The truth is I don't really know what to say. When my father passed away, I've done my best to make Rose and Daughters warm and friendly to anyone who chose to use our services. It was my memorial to him, the original Rose, in a lot of ways. And you've all become like family, including you, Charlie, our most recent addition. But it's been getting harder to make ends meet. Rent is going up in the neighborhood, and I'm finding less and less like I have the energy for this business. There's a lot of competition from other funeral homes, larger corporations than we are that take care of more business and offer more impressive services. You know the way it goes. So we've been bought. Or sold. Either way, soon Hillside Heritage Enterprises, a company that owns many funeral homes in the city and across the country, will replace Rose and Daughters starting from the beginning of next month. Same building, same name. They're keeping the name Rose and Daughters Funeral Home for tax purposes. Though honestly, I'm trying hard not to just see it as a move on their part to keep up the image. But it's a family-run business. Oh, that's a family-run business. I don't know how I feel about that, but I also don't know if there's anything I can do at this point. I signed the papers. At least my father's legacy is still intact somewhat. They have a good reputation, and they have agreed to keep you all on. That was one of the stipulations. I would sell as long as you all weren't without a job. Well, that's sweet of her. What about her, though? Sorry I didn't tell you in a more personal way. I'd love to have a company lunch, but I really didn't have the heart to tell you in person. It was easy for me. Please understand. Sincerely, Amy Rose. Oh, that's sad. So she had to fold and sell. That's so sad. From Margaretta Hall. I'm so eternally grateful that you were able to accommodate our request for my sister's funeral. It's a beautiful service, and she would have been happy with it. That's such a weird thing to say, isn't it? Thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I didn't think she was that old. Charlie, I thought you'd like to see this thank you note. Uh-oh. What's going on? This is a bit older, I guess. From Ryan Garcia to Amy. Hi, Amy. I know this email might be a bit odd, but you said it was if I was ever having troubles, I should reach out, and you would know somebody I could talk to about all of this. I don't know what to do now. I know my grandmother had lived a full, good life and was very happy. Oh, from the lady of the first one. That she's not in any pain now, but it's still feel empty. Amy, I never felt this empty before. What am I supposed to do now? I thought I was strong in this. Can you refer me to someone to talk to? Don't want to freak out my mom right now. She's dealing with enough with work and the will and trying to just be the best mom she can. Just need somebody to tell me it'll be okay. Thank you. I'm sorry for being inconvenient to Ryan. Oh, poor Ryan. Oh, she sent it to me. I thought I would forward this to you. In situations like this, we typically connect people like Ryan with a grief counselor with the professionals who can really help him. Sometimes we get emails like this when people don't know where else to turn. It's difficult. My family isn't always there. Isn't the most reliable for some people. Usually I'd be happy to connect him, but I'm feeling a little tired today. Not me yourself, and it'd be good for you to start building these kind of relationships on your own. Your treasure, Charlie. Can I send him somewhere? Doesn't look like it. I'd like to. Won't let me. From Jen. Charlie, I've been playing a new game with things are slow at work. It's called Tales from the Crypt Sweeper. Get it, get it? It's a minesweeper, but way harder. Like, seriously, it's really, really difficult. And I thought my minesweeper game was on point after working the overnight front desk job at the hotel for 3 years. But it must have gone rusty. Anyways, instead of mines, you want to avoid graves so you don't disturb the adorable ghost. The main character also kind of looks like you. I'm going to start a healthy competition. High score gets to pick the restaurant we go to once one of us sits down next. Oh gosh, it's long. You've lived your life mindful of the environment, doing your part to reduce pollution and generally help out where you can. So why not continue doing that even in death? At least that's the thinking of a lot of people who are turning to greener natural burials. Natural cemeteries are becoming more popular and are focused on a few rules. Mainly it's that bodies aren't allowed to be embalmed with chemicals that can damage the environment, and bodies must be buried in a biodegradable shroud or casket. Not only is it better for the environment, it's also cheaper. A Union Cemetery in Ontario, Canada natural burial is just over $1,000. So better for the people, the environment, just maybe not so good for big business. Let's not forget people, this is still a business after all. But really, why go green? Green burials help preserve natural resources, reduce carbon emissions, protect the health of those preparing bodies. Oh, wow, yeah. What is this stuff doing to our character? And restore preserve natural habitats. Embalming fluids tend to contain formaldehyde, and funeral directors report a higher incidence of leukemia. Oh no, cancer. Going green and not using toxic chemicals for embalming helps protect funeral directors, while at the same time lessen the impact we have on the environment after we're gone. We at Funeral Monthly think green burials are pretty cool. What do you think? Please let us know. I think they're great. I'm playing a game. Left click big, right click. I don't know how to play Minesweeper. Oops, I hear Ghosty. Do I start over? I don't understand it. The second one was pretty good. The rest are kind of crappy. Well, let's see what my job actually is. Marina Reyes? You asked if there were any special instructions we wanted to pass along. Just please cremate my father. Use a pacemaker too. The doctor told me that you will need to be removed. Thanks. Marina. Please send a note about the pacemaker. They can be tricky. Oh. Sounds good. I'll take care of it. I got this. So back to the cremation machine. Okay. Mr. Reyes came directly from the hospital, so we don't have to worry about moving any valuables from him. So I would not provide for us any include. However, Mr. Reyes has a pacemaker we need to remove for cremation. Because pacemakers have batteries, they will explode inside the hot heat of the cremation machine, and we definitely don't want that. Let's start removing his pacemaker. Take the scalpel, drag the scalpel to make an incision. You can see the pacemaker. Click on the forceps to click and drag it out of his heart. Ooh. Oh, I got it. Put the forceps away, then place the round identification tag in the coffin. He's all set to be cremated now. Yay, click the button. So there's less gameplay in this game and more reading, but that's fine. Oh, the urn. So I gotta get the bones now, right? Using cremator will break these bone fragments down to ash-like remains. Place the urn here. Drop the bones in. Put the urn back. Put the tag in and the lid. All done. Amy will take the urn to the funeral parlor and present with some flowers. Time to go to the funeral. Okay. Did you ever end up clearing the air of your father? No, we talked a few times, but no, not really. Oh, that's sad. He sounded like a difficult man. He was stubborn. Let's just say stubborn. That's sad she didn't get to clear the air. What do you want to do after this? It's pretty nice out. Let's change and go find a patio somewhere. Sounds good. Leaves a beer right now. Hey, did I ever tell you the time you tailgated? She'd always sign the book. I wonder if he ever liked me. He was nice to me, but I don't know. He never seemed like he cared if I was there or not. Okay. Depressing. I always told him to quit smoking, but of course he never listened to me, so that figures. Regrets. And respects. February 28, 10:35 a.m. So, the new place has the place now. The new company. From Marina, I just wanted to thank you for the service the other month, and apologize if I was abrupt. It was kind of a shock for me. I didn't feel comfortable with the whole process. He wasn't supposed to die yet. It hasn't been easy. Aw. Thought I'd pass this along to you. Jen Love. You ate mushrooms so much I found the perfect thing for you. I've been thinking about death. I know, shocker, look what you've done to me. I think I want this mushroom suit. No, it's not called that, but can't remember the name of it. And I'm writing to you on my phone, so I don't feel like Googling it right now. Anyways, the idea that it is about a biodegradable suit with the deceased wears. Oh, that the deceased wears. It's made with people call a biomix? Mushrooms and other microorganisms that help to decompose bodies, neutralize toxins in the body, and provide nutrients for the soil for plants. I think the one company even offers casket liners for using green caskets. Nice. I think this is what I want. It'll just be like Hannibal? Wait, don't tell me I said that, okay? But seriously, it's pretty cool. Love all the deaf innovation happening. You might as well do something when we're in the ground, you know? Love you. Think about it and let me know your thoughts. I want all of your thoughts. If it's not this, then maybe I'll have my ashes made into jewelry. Oh, I've heard of that. But seriously, I'm probably going to do this. There's no harm in playing ahead. Am I right, Jen? Funeral Monthly. Welcome back. No, we really do listicles here. What's that? But for this month's newsletter, we thought a listicle would be the best way to deliver this month's advice. What not to say at a funeral. We know figuring out the right thing to say to a grieving friend can be extremely difficult, and since there's such a personal issue, it's hard to give specific advice. Some things will be more comforting to other people, but fortunately, we can deliver a little bit more solid advice on what to not say to someone who is grieving. So here it is, Funerals Monthly's top 5 things to not say at a funeral. At least they're no longer suffering. Number 1, even if it's true, nobody wants to hear this, it's probably not your place to dictate to. Who wants to be told that the death of someone they love is for the best? Like I said, even if it's true, don't be that jerk and just don't say it. Number 2, were they saved? No religious statements, just don't. Why? Because not everyone agrees with your religious views, and not only is it not always comforting, it can be insulting. Seriously. 3, they're with the angels now. See the above, then repeat. Number 4, let me know if I can help. I mean, in a way, that is a good one to say. This one can be tricky. You want to help, but those in mourning won't always ask for your help. If you want to help, suggest specific things. For example, I'm free if you need someone to babysit the kids. Actions are better than passive statements. Ah, okay. Cook something for them, take them to their favorite restaurant, or buy tickets to see a movie together. That's a nice one, yeah. And lastly, number 5, I know how you feel. Even if you think you do, everyone grieves differently. Don't focus this on yourself. Empathy doesn't involve having to commiserate. Sometimes people will want to hear your experiences, but don't assume they will. Ask first. For a quicker version of this list that can be applied to a situation, Don't say stuff just for the sake of saying stuff. Just say I'm sorry. If you don't know what else to say. Yeah, that's the best one. Oh, okay. About Rose and Daughters. Rose and Daughters Funeral Home was founded by my grandparents back in 1956. The Rose family has proudly served the area since then, providing personal, affordable funeral services for all. I'm proud to have carried on my family's business for the last 36 years, working with the best and brightest funeral directors and grief counselors in the area. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you're recently experiencing a loss and would like us to help you through this hard time. Our services. Here at Rose and Daughters Funeral Home, we are committed to providing loved ones with the best and most affordable funeral services in the area. We offer a diverse range of personalized funeral services options to fit every need. Oh, prices. Burial of open casket ceremony and reception. Oh my gosh, $6,000. Burial of closed casket ceremony and reception. Ooh, $4,300. Cremation of ceremony and reception, $1,700. Direct burial with no ceremony and reception. That's horrifying. $1,905, all inclusive. Direct cremation with no ceremony or reception, $600, all inclusive. Wow, so the ceremony is $1,100 for the cremation. Wow. We also offer custom packages to suit every budget and need. Please don't hesitate to contact us. It seems expensive. Oh well. What's today? Oh, it's still from Amy. Wait, there's something else. Manuel Scott. Disregard our son's will as it concerns matters of his burial. Huh? He was clearly not thinking right and didn't know what he really wanted. Procedure for open casket funerals. Your payment will bring a check. Disregard his will. That doesn't seem right. Charlie, I was hoping you wouldn't have to confront this situation, yet anyways, they're never easy. Rose and Daughters have been asked to bury the body of a young man who took his own life. Oh no, that's sad. He had a will prepared and asked for cremation, but the family demanded traditional burial instead. Unfortunately, didn't make anyone his power of attorney and didn't have any witness sign his living will or his advance directive regarding his wishes, so his family is legally in the right to do whatever they want with his body. It's unfortunate, but he has to do his family wishes. Oh no. I have to graciously offer to take this on if you're uncomfortable with the subject instead. We have a second body you compare for a funeral we're holding later in the afternoon. What? Charlie, is this suicide something you're comfortable dealing with? Let us know. I'm here if you need me. Wait, what? What? Oh, I can pick. I don't like this one. Because they said, like, the son, he wanted to be cremated, but the family wants to... I'm not comfortable. I'll let someone else make that decision. I would do what he wanted. Okay. Please from us for open casket funeral. So it's a woman. Wait, who is she? I don't even know what her about. So I'm surprised it's still Amy instead of someone else. Oh, I gotta massage the body again. I don't like that. Don't like that. I don't know how long this game is. I should try and break it up into parts or keep going. I don't even know how to save, so maybe I can't save. Gotta glue it shut. Cotton balls in the mouth. Suture it. Lotion it. Make an incision. Oh, the tubing. Oh, we're draining. Okay. And more tubing, then turn it on, then creepy stuff. This one takes a lot. But at least the funeral director was nice and gave you the option. I can totally appreciate that. Maybe it's a test to say, oh, can she handle it? But, no. No. That would do what the guy wanted instead of, what the family wanted. But, yeah, no. Sorry, I got quiet. I was thinking about it some more. Alright. Sew the incision shut. Oh, this weird one. Draining or... Oh, I didn't drain enough. All done. Mike will take care of Mrs. Rossi's makeup as well as dressing and putting in a casket. They do have more than one a day. She's no longer suffering in pain. Yeah. In a better place now. She's too good for this world. Okay, thanks, Aunt Sandy. Yeah, I don't think she liked that one too much. Haven't cried since he died. Not once. How was Anna crying? And not me. I'm the one who lost a parent. Well, you're different, I guess. I mean, you can't be angry at her because she's crying. And you're not. Where's Maria? She couldn't be here. She didn't want to see her mother's body. I mean, I don't blame her. Anyway, I'm pretty impressed with the food. Did you try the armenti? Really? Doesn't look her at all. Oh. Guess she got real sick at the end. They didn't say anything about her, so I have no clue what went on with her. Well, time to leave. Time to go. But maybe it would be interesting what they said if I cremated it, other than I'm sure I don't have a choice. Cleaning the sink out. Alright. Oh, this is it. The transition. From Chad Grant to Rose and Daughter staff. We are pleased to bring on Rose and Daughters as part of Hillside Heritage and Enterprises. There'll be another institution amongst hundreds of other properties owned across the country. Oh gosh. But of course, as part of the adjustment process to the Hillside Heritage Enterprises culture, there will be a number of changes that will come to Rose and Daughters. We will send out the memo regarding the specifics and details of these changes, and we expect them to be followed impeccably. Word. Glad to be leading the way for Rose and Daughters from now on. Yeah, okay, Grant. I don't like you. What the? Matthew. Can I just say first off, this is bullcrap? Knowing how these corporations run, I wouldn't be surprised if they monitored our emails now. No, okay, I don't really believe that. I'm just upset. I get that Amy didn't have much of a choice. You can only find a huge corporation taking all your business for so long. This isn't 6 feet under. And they just swooped in, and now we have to deal with these BS practices. They're colder than the corpse I picked up from the morgue this morning. Who charges so much for funerals? It feels dirty and exploitative. Let's grab a drink after work. I need to blow off some steam. And emails aren't really the most appropriate place for this, too. Too late for me, I guess. Matthew, P.S. If you're reading this, Hillside Overlord, good. Convention at Death Cafe. What, Jen? Can't really write much right now. I have a lot to work. I have to do for inaugural hernia from 1750. It's the oldest in our collection. You can even see this bit of paper the surgeon put in after removing the hernia. Super cool. I'll send you the link when we have a catalog. What is my life? What is that sentence I just typed? But anyway, this event that I'm forwarding you is taking place near you. Figured you'd be into it. Might help with that feeling of restlessness you were talking about before. Could be good to talk about some of the things you're feeling. Lots of deaf, positive people there. Sounds like it could be a safe place. Ocean London Pathology Museum. Oh, okay. Deaf Cafe. Come increase awareness of deaf with a view of helping people make the most of their finite lives. Join us, have a tea and cake, and talk with others about our thoughts, fears, and illuminations on deaf. The founder of the Deaf Cafe movement, John Underwood, once said, when people talk about death and dying, it tends to illustrate their humanity. See everyone at the upside down jar next Thursday, Def Cafe. Okay, it's a long one. Funeral rites, even in our own culture, may be something many of us may be unfamiliar with. For many people, all they know of funeral traditions are what they've seen in media. But, and I think this goes without saying, funeral rites and traditions aren't the same across the board. Different cultures have different protocols for cleaning the body to different aspects of the service itself. Religion provides different paths for dealing with death, but the goal is always almost the same, offering support, guidance, and ease to the people who are grieving. In Judaism, interment usually begins immediately after somebody's passed. Up until burial, the body is never supposed to be alone, so often families will appoint a shomer, a guardian, to remain with the body. Preparations for burial begin as soon as possible in Muslim traditions as well. Oh yeah, local Islamic community organizations are also often involved and help the family make arrangements for the funeral service and burial. But not all practices are strictly religiously focused. In the Oks in South Korea, the amount of graveyard space began to shrink drastically, causing a law to be passed that required families to remove a loved one's body from its burial place after 60 years. What? Oh no. That's sad. Many families begin to cremate more often, but there are also companies that compress remains into beads in turquoise, pink, or black called death beads. These also occur in North America, Europe, and Japan, but remains much more common in South Korea because of the space issue in graveyards and the expenses of cremation. And not all practices are somber either. Ever heard of the tuning of the bones? And Famadana, a ritual by the Malaski people of Madagascar. Famadana has families return to their ancestral crypt. They assume the body is wrapped in cloth before dancing with the bodies to lively music. This practice and celebration, remembrance, and way of keeping the deceased involved in family news. Oh my. Death can be a difficult time for many people, obviously, but that doesn't mean there isn't beauty in the ways we choose to honor and celebrate our deceased. Alright, see what Hillside has to say. Rose and Daughters, news funeral home to join Hillside Heritage, proudly serving 56 different communities nationwide since 1964. Whereas 1964, Rose and Daughters features several little packages for funeral, burials, and cremation, spacious visiting, suite for added comfort, and catering available on site. Rely on our dedicated and friendly staff to help you or rely your funeral needs, whether you need our immediate assistance to a loved one or would like to pre-plan your funeral and final arrangements. Okay. See how expensive these are. Bronze funeral package, an intimate gathering and memorial for your loved one, customized to fit your individual needs. Best suited for groups 25 to 50. Dang. Silver funeral package, small with special celebration for your loved one, best suited for 50 to 100. Gold funeral package, give your loved ones the best with the best has to offer. Large gathering, celebrate your loved ones, over 100. Okay. Seems expensive. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Sorry. Leah Jonsko? Thank you, Mr. Grant, for agreeing to take care of Joycelyn's cremation. The bike accident was more than I was expecting. I know she wanted to be cremated, and to be honest, I don't think I could bear seeing her like that after what happened. Thank you, Leah. Charlotte, lower the diesel for our next client. Ensure you follow the requested specifications exactly. After you're done, I will review your work in order to properly evaluate you at the end of the month. Great. He calls her Charlotte instead of Charlie. I don't like this new management already. It's cold. Prepare the body for cremation. Oh yeah. Place the tag. Oh, that's it? That's it? Talking about looking at my work. There's nothing to do. Hit the button. But no, I know there was a lot to do. The game didn't really showcase it very well. Just take off the watch. Break down the bone fragments. Place the urn. Put these in. Okay, I can't grab that one. Put the urn. Oh, the watch. Tag. And the lid. All done, Matthew. We take the Mrs. I'm saying that horribly wrong. Ikonsko's urn to the funeral parlor and put some flowers. I don't think our parlor could hold 100 people. Even 25 to 50. Oh, there are. That's about the same. Not as many flowers. There was flowers everywhere last time. Now there's just a few. Should we do a vigil at the spot? Killer's drivers, I swear to God. I'm glad I'm here, but wow, I just need a glass of wine and to binge watch something right now. It's hard. I have to go through all of things. How am I supposed to decide what to keep? If you can need help, I can help. No, thanks, but no, I don't know. It's so intimate. Feels like I should do it myself. She would have killed me if I'd rather saw the things we have. Yeah, she was kind of a closed book except for you. Yeah, she was special. That's sad. She was always so careful. Wore her helmet, signal, used the bike lanes. The old drivers need to pay attention. Have you heard what's happening to the driver? I haven't wanted to ask Leah. This has been hard enough on them. About asking about the legal ramifications of all this. Yeah, after all this, let's see what we can do to help them. Shouldn't deal with the death of their partner all by themselves. She was so glad it was a cremation. I would have lost it seeing her body. Oh, that's depressing. March 24, 10:30 a.m. Well, it's getting a bit long, so I'm going to end this episode here. But I will continue on with this series. I don't know if I can save or not, but we'll see. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you liked it or not. I appreciate it. Have an awesome day. Bye.